Six-pack abs. We see it everywhere. Social media, magazines, commercials, social media, and even in Disney movies. It's one of those things in life that nearly everyone wants, at least for one point in their life, but very few obtain. Yet Olympic sprinters don't seem to have that problem. Nearly every single one of them has insane abs. Yes, there's a few obvious reasons why. However, there's also some less obvious reasons which might surprise you. Hey, welcome to the Sprint Project. If you're new here, my name is Caesar. On this channel together, we explore ways that we can improve our physique, stay young, and become faster using sprinting. This is episode 4 of Sprint Science Explained. Let's get into it. To be clear, in this video, we're gonna be discussing the rectus abdominis, known as the six-pack. Let's address the most obvious reasons first, such as genetics. Some of them have abs naturally and develop them before doing any kind of training. The next obvious reason is low body fat. One 2012 study found that 1 hour per week of sprinting resulted in significant fat loss, and to achieve similar results with traditional steady state cardio, it would require 7 hours per week. There's a lot more studies I could mention on the benefits of sprinting. I have an entire video on that, which you can check out in the description. But even without mentioning any studies, it's really no surprise that sprinting is ridiculously effective for fat loss. And think about it, you have these world-class athletes who already have great genetics to begin with, performing sprint workouts multiple times per week, burning lots of calories. Not to mention the other training they do in the gym as well. And yes, in the world of elite athletics, steroids are inevitable. But rather than focus on things that we can't control, we can focus on things that are within our control. If you agree, then keep on watching, because this is where things get really interesting. Now, let's address the less obvious reasons that Olympic sprinters have insane abs. Reason number 1, arm swings. According to a study that examined the best exercises for six-pack abs, a crunch-type movement with elevated arms shows high muscle activation for the upper rectus abdominis. This looks similar to the downswing of the arms while sprinting. The arm is elevated, and although there's minimal spine flexion, the abs do assist in bringing the arms down. If you want to see for yourself, put one arm on your abs and swing down with the other, you'll feel a stretch and contraction. Now imagine doing that violently over and over. In my video, Why Do Olympic Sprinters Have Insane Shoulders?, I address the fact that on average, a sprinter is swinging each arm around 22 times during a 100-meter sprint. Multiply that by 5 or 8 sprints during a single training session. On the high end, including both arms, that's over 300 repetitions of bringing the arms down. Then consider the fact that this is only for a 100-meter sprint. You can multiply that by 2 or even 4 depending on the length of the sprint. We're looking at possibly over 1,000 repetitions in a single training session. I doubt there's many people out there who are doing 1,000 crunches in their regular routine. That's a lot of reps. Reason number 2, leg recovery. According to that study on the best exercises for six-pack abs, the leg raises shows the highest activation for the lower abs. There's no doubt in my mind that this applies to leg recovery during a sprint. On every single step of a sprint, you are literally performing a leg raise, a very fast, violent leg raise over and over. Now, before you kill me in the comment section, yes, the mechanics are different. During a sprint, the leg comes up as a result of the force you put into the ground. However, the movement is nearly identical and the same muscles are involved. Not only is the movement fast, but you also have the added resistance of your legs moving backwards, which your hip flexors and lower abs need to work against to change direction and bring the leg forward. Same as with the arm swings, Olympic sprinters are performing 300 to 1,000 repetitions of a leg raise per single training session, which has been shown to have the highest level of activation for the lower abs among various exercises that have been tested in that study. Reason number 3, progressive overload. One fundamental principle of muscle development is the muscle needs to be challenged in a new way to stimulate growth, also known as progressive overload. This is likely why we often see high-level bodybuilders perform weighted ab exercises. I'm assuming normal ab training quickly reaches diminishing returns and you need to add a new stimulus like heavier weight for the muscles to grow. As with all world-class athletes, Olympic sprinters are constantly pushing themselves harder and harder in order to achieve elite level performances as well as set new records. It's safe to say that their sprint workouts are progressively more and more difficult. As the workouts get harder, longer in duration, and they personally become faster, the progressive overload is automatically built into the training, which constantly provides new stimulus for their abs to continuously grow. That's the magic of sprinting. It's a single movement that trains the entire body so efficiently that it has benefits on top of benefits on top of benefits. Again, the research on sprint topics like this are limited. These are simply theories I put together that attempt to fill in the missing pieces. Whether or not you agree with these theories, I believe something that we can all agree on is that without a doubt, sprinting is an insanely effective workout. Even if we aren't genetically gifted Olympic sprinters, if building abs or just becoming leaner in a time-efficient way is something we desire, it makes a lot of sense, in my opinion, to add sprinting to our training routine, even if it's only for a single 1-hour session per week. If you want to learn more about how to use sprinting to train in a fun, fast, and effective way, then check out this custom playlist I made for you on my most popular sprint training videos. I'm currently working on something to make sprinting easier to learn and implement that explains everything from A to Z. If you're watching this video long after it's been published, check below in the description because you might find it in there. Hit the like button for me if you found this helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.